Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason. As always, my co-host, the voice of MMA in Utah, Mr. Zack Partridge, cutting weight, suffering right now because he's fighting tomorrow.
Oh, let's go.
But we got a fighter spotlight, and we're welcoming Ultimate Fighter Season 29 contestant, Mr. Ryder Newman, competitor. I shouldn't say contestant. That sounds kind of stupid, doesn't it?
Hey, awesome to be on. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us, man.
So we're having you on the podcast. You're taking a short notice fight up here in Salt Lake City against Cole Shafer for the Fierce Fighting Championship. How did that fight come about for you?
I've been staying ready. hoping that we got something, can get something, and then I just had a name come up across. The coach was like, hey, we have this fight out in Utah and Salt Lake City against this kid. And, watching Cole, he's a tough kid. Looking forward to getting the fight and going out there, it's thrown down.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question is, what do you know about Cole?
I know he's a good wrestler. I know he throws some heat. I know he's a tough guy. All you people out in Utah are tough. It's just born and bred out there, tough. Toughness is just a thing out there. So I know the kid's tough, man. I know he's coming to scrap. I know he's a good wrestler, wrestled at Iowa State. I think it'll be a really good match, a really good scrap.
Yeah, we're really excited for the fight. Me and Jason will be cage side calling the fight. So
hell yeah, awesome.
That's like one of our sneaky. This is one of our sneaky, like super excited. The whole card's a lot of fun. So, but I don't know if you know this. A lot of people probably don't know it. Me and you have fought on the same card before.
Well, was it a Steel Fist card?
Yeah, when you came up and fought Mitch, okay. That was my third amateur fight.
As soon as I saw your name popped up, I was like, okay, I know him.
Yeah. So that was back when I was fat and fighting at 195 pounds catch weight.
I was at 155.
Yeah. See, now I'm fighting at 170. So
that was crazy.
That's going the opposite direction.
I knew you looked familiar. That's funny. Where are you fighting this weekend?
Steel Fist.
Awesome. Great.
This will be my 7th fight for Steel Fist.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You'll be in a little different venue than Steel Fist this time. You'll be at the Maverick Center, which it's a little more wide open. Steel Fist is a little more like everybody's on you, the crowd is on you. It's great, but Fierce it's got a little bit more of a a little bit bigger vibe to it. I think.
Nice. It's like an arena. It's the Maverick.
Yeah. You're in kind of like the Thomas and Mack. You're in a big arena.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Leco said it's a really cool venue to fight in. So yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. So we've had a few competitors from the Ultimate Fighter on the show. We've got some mixed reviews. Some really enjoyed it, and some couldn't get out of that house fast enough and don't care to ever talk to any of those guys again because they spent enough time with them. How was your experience on the Ultimate Fighter?
Man, the Ultimate Fighter season 29 was an absolute blessing. I think what was special about this season is there was no really bullcrap drama or anything. Everyone in the house was super cool. Even on, the guys that are on Team Ortega, we all got along. It was a great time. Being on Team Volk was absolute amazing because Volk made you feel like you're with a family away from a family. He really genuinely cared. I mean, for each one of us, he had a game plan for each one of us, specifically put aside time to work with all of us, and just really made you feel like, you're a part of a family. And all the teammates were absolutely awesome. We still have our little group chat to this day. We all
nice.
My boy Brian Battle just had a kid. Shout out to Little Battle. I would say create some, friendships for life. And when it came to training, it was amazing. And you got to pick Coach Volkanowski's brain every day. And I felt like walking away from the Ultimate Fighter, even though we lost, Trey Sean Gore, I feel like it made me 100 times better of a fighter.
What I was going to say, where do you feel like you leveled up the most while being on that show and getting that type of training day in, day out?
I mean, man, the Ultimate Fighter really just is tough mentally too. So yeah, you can do something like that, it really increases your mentality. And also everything overall, man, Volkanowski is a freaking amazing technician, and all the coaches he brought in were absolutely phenomenal. Craig Jones is one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world. I got to roll with him every single day. It was an absolute blessing. But yes, I feel like overall we just got better everywhere. Stand up on the ground, mentality, everything. It was an absolute blessing.
So you're in that type of an environment, and right? Day in, day out, and you don't have to worry about anything else but fighting, right? That's what we hear. So I'm a MMA just geek to the max. I go to sleep watching old seasons of The
I
Ultimate
feel
Fighter.
you, yeah.
So I'm on season 17 right now. I just go through them over and over again. And but you hear Dana White tell you all the time, like, you have these pressures of all you do is eat, breathe, sleep, fighting while you're here, but we take care of everything else. You don't have to take care about food. You don't have to take care about money. You don't have to you don't have to worry about any of that stuff while you're here. Is there a transition period where it's like hard to go back to now your normal, Extreme Couture and your normal camp?
I mean, man, that was the craziest thing about being an Ultimate Fighter in Vegas is every day we drove to the UFC Apex, I was passing Extreme Couture. So we'd be driving, I'd be like, oh, okay, there's Eric Nixick, Coach Nixick, just walk into the gym, So I was literally passing my gym every day. Yeah, I mean, it is different because you go from living in the house, man, you do nothing besides, like you said, live, train, sleep. Everything's just fighting. You wake up, you're training. You go to sleep a couple hours and you're training again. You're living in a house with the guys you got to fight. Everything just revolves around fighting. And the thing that really sucks leaving is the request list, man. So you get this list, bro, and you can write down whatever you want the night before, any food, whatever. And you wake up the next day and you go and check your cabinet, and all the food's there. So we're getting steaks, writing down lobsters and stuff, grilling the best damn food we can get, and leaving that, it's like, damn, I woke up the first day being back home. I'm like, wait a second. Where the hell's the request list?
Where's the request? Come on, Roman. Get this guy a steak, Roman. Get him a steak.
But yeah, at the same time, it was good. I miss being with my team and my environment. Especially Extreme Couture. That's one of the best gyms in the world. The training partners I have there too are absolutely phenomenal. So I definitely, if you could say you miss both, I miss both. The house is an absolute amazing opportunity. I love it. But I definitely miss being back Extreme Couture and being with my people,
Yeah, it's got to be. You're training with high level guys at Extreme Couture. Zach and I were down there a couple months ago and got to spend the day down there with the Leco and watch. We actually saw you training in there too. Yeah. And got to watch Dan Ige and all those guys train.
Yeah, so many killers at Extreme.
Killers,
crazy,
man.
It really is such a blessing. And the coaching staff, I mean, Nixick, Dennis Davis, everybody they have there is phenomenal. Definitely, I miss being back Extreme Couture, and I feel like since being out of the Ultimate Fighter, being back with my people, and having a lot of time to reflect back, I feel like we've made a lot of improvements. So I'm excited.
So Ryder, obviously you're not looking forward to next Friday night here in Utah, but what's the next step after this fight? Is it trying to get on the Contender Series, get a contract in the UFC? Like what's after this fight for you?
To be 110% transparent and not looking past Cole at all. I know I'm a tough kid, got a tough challenge ahead, tough guy. I'd like to bust out at least, maybe 2 more after this and then try to get on Contender Series next year. Being in Vegas, we can get a short notice fight too, anytime. That's a big thing nowadays. So really, I would like to get a little more cage time, maybe bust out 2 more after this one, and then we're ready to get in there, and dominate, we're still young in this game, 3-1. I want to get a little more cage experience and then go in there when we're ready to absolutely destroy everybody, which we're there.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you came up to Salt Lake and made your your pro debut, and it was against Mitch Ramirez, who's gone on to have a really good career, but you both have gone on to have really good long winning streaks. Since what was that like overcoming that first pro loss for you?
Man, it was crazy because what's crazy is I lost my last amateur fight to a guy named Josh Quinlan, who just got in the UFC off Contender Series, another killer. So that was at Thomas and Matt. So I lost that fight, and then I was like, man, I gotta fight someone tough to prove I'm tough. I'll go anywhere, anyway. And then it was so hard to find an opponent. It took like 8 months, 9 months. And, Mitch was the guy who stepped up and was like, I'll fight you. Let's meet at 60. And so that happened, cutting down there, one of the worst decisions of my life. But Mitch Ramirez not taking anything away. The kid's a stud, and he's doing his thing too.
Yeah.
He's
fighting
on the
that
card
too.
Yeah, he's on the card.
He's a stud. I can't wait to see him. Can't wait to watch him perform. The guy's a killer. But yeah, man, it was a big, back-to-back losses like that. Losing my last amateur fight and then losing my first pro debut. I feel like a lot of people would have quit, like, damn,
Yeah.
But that just lit a fire under me that, it's unexplainable. This made me want to prove myself so much more to everybody that I can be the best. I still will be the best. And just to show people that you can do anything you want in this world if you just don't stop and don't give up and just believe in yourself and work hard.
I love it.
MMA is so different though, because like you said, some people would say quit. I actually I shared the same thing to Aleko after his first pro loss, and actually to your opponent Cole, who he's coming off of a loss. You look at the guys in the UFC. I look at like a Adrian Yanez, who's on fire right now, right?
Stud.
And he has a couple losses, and you look at him and you go, "Who the heck beat that guy?" Like, who beat that guy, right? Like unless your name's Khabib, pretty much everybody somewhere you have to learn how to overcome those losses, right?
Absolutely.
And really, sometimes when we break down fights every weekend and we look at the fights and we watch fights from all over the country, like I said, there's total geeks. Sometimes I like the guy with some experience that has a couple losses versus the undefeated guy, because it's like, I know that guy's been in it, and he, like, mentally where he's come from to take a loss and overcome, right?
Yeah, and especially in MMA, man. MMA, like,
it's so
the
unforgiving.
highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Once you take a loss in MMA, that takes a lot of deep down digging inside to pull yourself back up and to keep on going, It really is as crazy as highest of highs and lowest of lows. But yeah, I think the biggest lessons you learn too are from those losses. I think that's when you can make the most improvement. Like, honestly, coming off the Ultimate Fighter, losing to Trayshawn Gore. Trayshawn Gore's an absolute stud. And yeah, it was an exhibition and everything, 2 rounds. But taking away from that fight, I feel like losing that fight made me 100 times better in who I am right now today, And who knows, if I would have won that fight, maybe not have made the same amount of improvement that I would have,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely think that's the right mindset, the other thing I look at MMA, and another thing that you're coming off of is fighting Cole, who is coming off his first career loss. Is sometimes, like you said, it takes a lot to pick you back up. Those fighters a lot of times are some of the most dangerous too, right?
Absolutely. Like, even my opponent Cole Shafer, I know he probably has that fire. He's probably gonna come in and try taking my head off. I know how that feeling is. Like I said, I've been there. And that really is, that's what makes it even more dangerous, is fighting a guy coming off of something like this, because now he's coming in here with something really to prove. He's going to want it that much more too.
Yeah, we had a comment. I don't know if you can see it on your phone, but Steve Sharp, who's actually fighting on your card as well, he said it's only who was the best that night. That's what makes the sport so awesome.
100%.
This is a guy with 50 plus pro fights. Yeah,
pro fights.
These guys just
veteran. Crazy.
You don't know him. He's a legend in the sport.
Yeah, I'm excited for this card too. It seems like there's so many killers that are gonna be on this thing.
Ryder, this card is pretty unique for Utah. It's gonna be fire.
Oh man, it's an honor to be out there and be on it, man.
I'm excited because
these people, it's like, dang, legend. Like, there's a bunch of killers out there.
Yeah. I'm excited because we get to call the fights. Like, that's the best part is we're gonna be yelling and screaming all night. Probably lose my voice.
We for sure will lose.
Losing my voice.
That's funny.
Ryder, I know we've taken some of your time today. Do you have any sponsors you want to give a shout out to? Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
I just want to give a shout out, to everybody, Extreme Couture, being there. This has been, I took this fight on 2-week notice, but we really have been, working, staying ready. So just thank you to everyone at Extreme Couture for being there and helping me, everybody in my family. And man, I can't wait. See everybody out there in Utah. Utah has the best fans in the world. I swear to God, it's crazy. It's awesome. So I'm looking forward to being out there and putting on a show for everybody.
One last question before I let you go. Steve wants to know if Dennis and Eric are coming up to corner you.
So Eric's coming up to corner me. Dennis won't be able to make it, but Eric will be there.
Cool. Nice. Good to know.
Cool.
Awesome.
Now, we always tell people Utah is a sneaky good MMA hotbed.
Bro, it
Doesn't
is
get
insane.
like
I
any
think
credit.
back to that Steel Fist fight night, and the crowd is just Utah loves
Oh, yeah.
MMA.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. We're pretty lucky to have two really good promotions like Steel Fist and Fierce, and we're doing back-to-back weekends. So Steel Fist is tomorrow night. Like I'm heading to weigh-ins here, and I don't know what, like 2 hours, and
crazy,
then
man.
we have Steel Fist tomorrow night, and then next Friday we have Fierce, and it's like, and everybody that I know is going to both.
That's
like,
crajust
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
man.
Like
No, it's
just
awesome
like,
out
F
there.
it. Like let's
Everybody's
just go to
great, old
everything.
organizations, great people too.
Yeah.
Even the Patton brothers, I really like working with them. Looking forward to meeting everybody at Fierce. And
Yeah.
best of luck this weekend, bro. Do your thing.
Thank you.
I'll be
Appreciate it.
watching.
It'll be good.
Absolutely.
We did not. We got to ask. We forgot the most important question.
Yeah.
How do you see the fight ending on October 29th?
Oh, man.
Hey, for the record, Ryder, if you don't answer, you do have to answer this question. If you were in the WWE, what wrestling move would you finish Cole Shafer with? So you don't have to predict the knockout because not many people do, but you do have to answer what finishing move. So if you want to do the Stone Cold Stunner, whatever, how would you finish him?
Cane choke slam to a cradle pin. Quick 1, 2, 3, easy. We're in and we're out.
I love it. Thanks, Ryder, man. We appreciate you joining us, brother. We'll see you next Friday night, man.
Absolutely. I'll see you guys Friday, and best of luck again, my brother. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, thanks, Ryder. Appreciate it, brother.
Bye-bye.